Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show. It is always a pleasure to have you with us. And today we're going to Tampa Bay and we're going to have some stars. And we're going to talk about a very, inspiring story. We're going to talk about the She Exists story. She Exists is going now to the international market. Started the whole thing started in Tampa, and it's now going and conquering the world. And today I have two amazing ladies who are going to be on the cover of two of the issue of She Exists magazine. And She Exists magazine is actually I started with. Janelle, you know Janelle very well. She's been on the show since the beginning. I've had her several times in the 3.5 years that we've been, going on. And she is definitely building this empire, and the She Exists magazine is part of it. So, just to give you a little bit of insight on the guest, and they'll have the opportunity to tell you more. So, I have Sabrina Protic. Sabrina Protic, have been with us before as well, and she's a financial coach, all about money and also growing ageless. And we have Carol. Carol, it's the first time that Carol is with us. She is a real estate advisor, and we're going to know more about them. But one thing that we're really going to focus on is the beautiful cover that the She Exists cover that they're gracing. This is Sabrina, and we have Carol here. So let's start. Let us know where you watching from, if you're watching live, and don't hesitate to ask any question or to join the conversation, because we really want you to know about what's going on in Tampa and what is the future for She Exists magazine, because it's going to be a bright future. So let's start and have Sabrina and Carol with us to start a conversation on the Greatness Engineering Hour show. Another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show that is brought to you by the Virai Telekima Global Leadership Organization.
Real is important is if you just look at the word compassion, when it's behavior, it's something that can be learned, and it is something that we can embody through habits and through our daily actions.
To get this idea that if we interject this wisdom intentionally, I call them needle movers. It's the needle mover that's missing.
Don't deprive the world of your greatness. Please. Don't do that anymore. Dare to excel, dare to be sexy, dare to be you, dare to be the best version of yourself. Impact yourself positively, and from there impact others. And you are not alone.
welcome Sabrina, welcome Carol. It is a pleasure to have you on the Greatness Engineering Hour show. And I am excited. I am excited because, I know Janelle, we've connected, and I saw, the project growing, the She Exists magazine project growing. And I'm so excited to see what's coming out from Tampa. But before we get into the conversation and really understand, what's going on there and how you planning to conquer the world with She Exists magazine. Just want you to introduce yourself to the audience. Let us know who you are, and then we'll be, starting the conversation. And Sabrina, you've been on the show twice already, so
Yes, yes.
you know what it is. So let us remind us, who you are, and I know the audience remember you for sure. But let's do it.
Okay. I think we lost Carol for a minute.
Okay,
We
we
lost
lost
Carol.
Carol. Okay, all right. So no worries. She'll be back.
Okay. Well, I'll introduce myself. I'm Sabrina Protic out of Tampa, Florida, U.S., United States. And I have been on the show before. I'm a licensed financial coach. I'm also a certified life coach. I'm the founder of Women's Entrepreneurial Empowerment, an organization that helps women entrepreneurs get visibility in the community. We're about 600 strong. I'm also the COO of Thriving Women Network, and it's an international platform where we use the power of information to encourage, enlighten, and empower our viewers across the world, male and female. And I'm also an author of 5 books. Book number 6 will be coming out the end of, we'll go on pre-sale in December and have a full launch the first of 2023.
Fantastic. And she forgot to say that she is the cover girl of
Oh, yes.
coming, this is it. That's her. Can you see how she looked fantastic?
Let's see
It's
if I can
just
strike that pose.
you want to see it again, try it. We want to see it in, live here on the Greatness Engineering Hour show, if you can. Wow, wow, wow. I have to highlight this one.
That's it. That's it. So, people often wonder about those images and photos, and it really is you. They kind of gloss it up a little bit, but that really is the person. So I say this is my special, special time in my life. Who would have ever thought that I would be a cover girl on a
Mm-hmm.
magazine at my age? And so my story is you can be what you want to be, have what you want at any age and any stage in life. And here I am, in my 60s,
Mm,
realizing some of these things that, you know, people think that only come to you when you're in your 20s and 30s, when you're in your youth. And I
mm-hmm.
just say, I got my youth now. I don't know about you, Marie, but I got my youth now. I'm
I
like
got my
embracing it,
youth back
right?
as well, and that's the she exists effect, I think. So if you stay close to Janelle, I think you can't escape, the fact that you're getting younger, and that's something that is really important. And I really wanted to. I mean, you've already alluded to it. How does it feel to be the cover girl, and how did it start?
I have to literally pinch myself because the reality is still not set in for me. I I still can't believe that it's happening, but it is. And the thing for me is my children,
Hmm.
my son and my daughter. I've just made the impossible possible for them. They're like, Mom, I can't believe this is you, that you're doing this. And they say, You've inspired me. Being on the cover just signifies that I am a contributor to society. It really means that I've done something for someone somewhere that landed me on that cover. And I teach my children, if you want to really do something great in this world, do something for other people where it's not going to come back to you. Like, in other words, you don't necessarily have to benefit from it
Hmm.
because you're going to do something for someone. We're always concerned about, well, if I do this for you, or you're going to do this for me. And as a financial coach, I will work with a lot of clients where I simply have helped them and nothing monetarily has come back to me. Sometimes it does because, I'm in business and that's nice when it happens. But I I'm just really enjoying helping people and teaching my children,
Mm-hmm.
my network, to give and empower our communities and households according to what you have, according to your knowledge and your skill set, right? Everybody can't do financial. Um, my flip cover person, Carol, she is specializing in something totally different. She's a luxury realtor in the Tampa Bay area, and she gives and contributes in that way. She empowers the communities and she gets people in the right places. And I help get people in the right places financially. And it's a good feeling. And all of those, like Marae, everything that I do, it all intertwines. All of the roads lead together. There's Carol. They all lead together. And so if I'm not coaching financially, I'm connecting people. I'm connecting someone who needs to buy a house to Carol, or I'm connecting someone who has a story to tell on our international show, or I'm connecting some female entrepreneurs that can support each other's businesses, or I'm connecting with the community for charity. And I just went to a charity event and made a small contribution called what is it? It's for Hope. It's hospice. It's a hospice home run for hospice. That's the name of the organization. I'm going to shout out to them. Home Runs for Hospice, and that really is about supporting that organization who gives freely to help people get through the grieving process and loss, and to help people through losses. And I was happy to be there, support it, and also make a contribution to help Home Runs for Hospice. So doing things like that is what drives me.
Fantastic. And we might, ooh, we have a problem with Carol.
Maybe if I mute myself, sometimes we conflict. I might say, okay, let me try that.
I think I think she has a robot in
Oh,
in
oh
her
my.
room, because that's the way it feels. It feels like, a robot talking,
It
and
sounds like a little robot
this
in there.
exactly. So I don't know what's going on her side. It's a shame, because I really wanted to hear about, her story, how she feels about being the cover girl, and just wanted to know, as we continue this conversation, what do you think? Because I mean, you've been involved with, She Exists. You've been part of the making of the She Exists magazine. So how do you feel the magazine will be received, or is received in your community? And now that you're going international, what do you think it's gonna happen?
I think the magazine is going to be received very well because I'm just one feature in the magazine of many community contributors, and I've got the magazine myself, and I'll show it to you later. But it is very impactful. The stories are impactful, and they're all walks of life. There are men and women featured in the magazine. My story is about enjoying life now, living your best life, and doing the things that make you happy, and finding the fountain of youth and enjoying that. As I mentioned, I'm a grandmother. I don't know if I said that. I'm a grandmother of twin 3-year-old girls and an 11-year-old granddaughter. So I'm in those retirement years. So my hope is that people of all ages, even if you're in your 60s or 70s, that you can see that there's a world waiting on you to come out and make a difference. Use your gifts and your talents to contribute to your families, to your communities, to your network, and even take it up a notch and go international. Because the language of love is in every culture. It doesn't matter what state or what country we live in. The language of love, the language of support, the language of care, and in my case, the language of money is universal. Money is an equal exchange, it's an exchange, it's like bartering. So, whatever currency you have in your country, that's the currency that you use for an exchange of goods. It's also the currency that you use to take care of your family. It's the currency that you use to build some type of financial legacy for your family. There's cultures where they hand down properties to each other. It may not be money, but they hand down land. There's some cultures where they hand over businesses that transfer from um, one family member to another. There are cultures where it's just cold hard cash. They will leave an estate, or what we call a legacy. They will leave a financial legacy to their generations to come. And that's what I teach and I empower as a financial coach, is understanding how to do that, how to pass those things on, and what you need to do according to the monetary system and the cultures in your country.
Fantastic. And I liked, I like what you said, because, we are in a world where things are happening really rapidly. I mean, it's about the digital, it's about things happening quickly. And sometimes we forget that we have to leave a legacy. We forget that we are here and we're going to disappear, but it doesn't mean that whatever we've done and whatever impact we've created has to disappear with us. And it's
Yes,
important that
exactly.
on the financial side with our families, that we understand that we have to leave this mark,
Exactly.
and really work, for it. And it takes time. It's not something that is happening, from in 1 minute. It takes time, and it's important that people understand that. So we're gonna have a break, and hopefully we can get Carol in, because I really want to hear what she has to say, and really want her to interact with the audience. But let's have a break, and it's gonna give her time to come and join us.
We want to recognize again Janelle Harris. I'm part of the She Exists platform, and that's designed really to elevate women in the communities and highlight them that have done some phenomenal things. And maybe they have, had a dip, had to overcome some things, and Janelle is here to raise you up. She's a phenomenal woman. She gives it from her heart. So she started this She Exists platform to show that, women have voices. And that just went so well that she decided to come up with a magazine. This is her first magazine. She's very excited. I'm honored to grace the cover of one of the magazines, and Growing Ageless. And we've put a lot of work into this. There are going to be several, I think 5 or 6 other covers there. And we're going to do
for She Exists magazine, and like I always tell Janelle, she is building an empire, and it looks like it's going the right way. As you could see from this commercial, the covers are amazing, And I've seen that, See Exist is actually making its way in a lot of bookstores and even on, on the big, big platforms. And so one of the things that I want to ask you, Sabrina, is, what is your contribution in this upcoming, issue? And what is the key message that you really want, or the key thing that you want the readers to take in when they get their copy of the She Exists with you on the cover?
Well, thank you. And I want to show you the magazine because I was pulling it up. Let's see if we can get it in here.
Whoa! I'm gonna put it
Close
again
to
as
me. There
well,
you go.
so that
So here it
people
is. I'm
appreciate,
going to get
the
it close.
magazine.
Yes. Yeah. So that's it. And I'm going to flip it over since we're having problems with Carol. There's hers.
Fantastic. Two
So it's a
beautiful.
great, yes, a great magazine. There she is. So here's some takeaways. I went in this magazine page by page. Every article is outstanding. These are articles of people, maybe they've overcome some things, maybe they have their lives have been changed, they've changed the lives of other people. It is just and let's see, inspiring magazine. Very inspired. The stories, it's stories. It's not all these facts. People, they don't want to read facts. They want to hear warm personal stories. So we all share our warm personal stories. And my story is an overcomer, really. Wife, mother, grandmother. I had a great career job. My dream was to work that job until I was in my mid 60s or late 70s because it was perfect. It was everything that I needed, everything that I wanted. And I lost that job unexpectedly. And here I was with no income. And that's the only bicycle I had ever ridden in terms of skill set and abilities, other than enriching the community. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? The side of me that likes to help people said, Sabrina, why don't you help people get over what you just went through? So get over what you did to get through what you just went through. So I said, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to help people get their financial house, we call it financial house, get their financial house in order so that regardless of what events occur in your life, you're financially secure and protected. Because all too often you hear people, could be health reasons, something treatable, maybe not treatable, something terminal. They can no longer work. They can no longer bring that income in. And that's heads of household, single parents, male, female, it's anybody. And your lives are changed forever. And if I had not risen to the occasion and said, I'm going to do something about this, I'm not just going to go get another job because, quite frankly, Mireille, if I had gone and gotten another job, I was still going to be in the same financial position, right? I would just be working for today's money with no future money set aside. I had not set up an estate.
Fantastic. So we have Carol back. Yes, it is. It is a miracle. And welcome, Carol, to the
Thank
show
you.
again. And I will give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, and we will get to know a little bit more about your story with She Exists and how you end up on the cover, of the magazine. So the floor is yours, Carol.
Perfect. Good morning, ladies. Sorry about all the audio issues. The joy of telecommunications in today's world. Anyway, my name is Carol Bettinger. I am a Tampa native. I currently work in the real estate profession, doing both commercial as well as residential real estate. I have taken on a couple new ventures, which I'm really excited to discuss and talk about. I am now the new Chief Development Officer for several of the Truesdale's companies. which include Truesdale Consulting, Truesdale Ventures, and the newest company, Truesdale Dispatch. In this new role, I identify individuals, communications, communities that meet kind of the prospective clientele and kind of bring the two and merge together to try to figure out the right angle and the right person to talk to in our staff, more around to do with wealth management and how we can best align with their situational needs. I've also, speaking of communications, taken on a new role as a consultant with this telecom company, a Silicon-based new upstart emerging company called SignalWire. So I'm tying all of my background in telecommunications and everything that I'm doing into real estate now with the Truesdale company that I'm working for. And I'm very grateful. I have a lot of opportunities, a lot on my plate. It's exciting times, and I'm extremely grateful and humbled to be on the cover along with my friend and fellow queen, Sabrina. It's been an exciting time, and it's brought a lot of new opportunities to the forefront, and I'm really, very happy to be part of this adventure with Sabrina, and it's been great. I'm really
So how did you
time.
end up on the cover? Because it is quite it's quite a thing. It's quite news. So what's the story behind all of this?
I just happened to be in the right place in the right time, quite frankly, and I'm very grateful for that. I really feel like being on this cover showcases myself and my identity. Being a strong, power, independent woman myself, I feel that I'm able to portray that in this cover and portray that within the magazine itself with the articles. I have been, I started off at a very young age competitive swimming, and my goal was to go to the Olympics. I unfortunately had a very traumatic bicycle accident while I was training for a triathlon, and that ended my swimming career. But that determination and competitive spirit has always been instilled in me, and I'm really grateful for that. I had a very strong support system. My hero is my mom, and unfortunately, she did pass away a little over 2 years ago, and that gave me the time to kind of reevaluate where I am at in life. I was at the time living in New Jersey, and I decided to move home to help her during her last, her last several living months. And that's kind of how it kickstarted me into the real estate profession, because it gave me the flexibility to work on other things. So this magazine it really kind of sums up my whole life journey so far, which is just be true to yourself, be strong, be independent. You could do whatever you set your mind to. And, the sky is the limit. And this just kind of really engulfed me, and it's kind of, I don't know, trampolining me into my next chapter of my life. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great adventure.
Yeah, it's definitely, isn't it? Because sometimes, things happen to us, and we think that, that's it, but it's a redirection. And we can basically, translate whatever, and in your case, the determination and the drive to something else, and excel and become the best version of yourself as well. And one question that I had as well is, you alluded to it. It was the contribution in the magazine. And how do you think, what is the key message basically you want the readers, whoever is going to read your story or the magazine itself, to take on?
That's a great question, and thank you for asking that. I think too many times today, women become victims in today's society. We feel like we're judged, we're criticized, and sometimes we just can't get out of our own way. So I feel like, I'm living proof at this age. It goes to show, no matter what you want to do, anything you set your mind to, you can do it. Just be true to yourself, own it, be your own woman, and just go for it. Don't let anything stop you out there. And I feel like if everyone can just wake up every day and just take that on and just be like, yes, today's the day I'm going to make a difference. Today's the day I'm going to make a change. But in the end, it's you. that has to do that. You have to own it. You need to take control of that. So I really hope by, what I'm portraying in this magazine and my story comes across is, you know what, you can do it. Ladies, girls, all ages, men, women, everyone, just love yourself, love others, be true to yourself, and just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be.
Fantastic and powerful. So, how do you feel, being in the cover? Because when I listen to the message, it's just so powerful. But being in the cover of such, a powerful magazine with, such a powerful content, how do you feel?
I feel completely empowered. I feel amazing, actually. It's exciting, and it's allowing me to have the platform to really get that across. Because if I can do it at my age, age, regardless of circumstance, anyone else can do it.
And I just wanted to have Sabrina back as well for, the next question is to ask you, how do you think, looking at, I know it's just the beginning, but looking at what's going on in the background and the effort and the determination of the people involved in, putting She Exists magazine together, how do you think it's gonna impact the world in the future? And do you think it's going to create a revolution or anything that you think it's going to change in your community, for example, or in the world? Because now we're talking about stepping into the big market, the global market.
Yes, yes. And thank you for saying that too. So She Exists is just really what it is. The founder, Janelle Harris, wanted the world to know that us women, we exist. So She Exists really is a movement for women. It's about supporting women, women business owners, women entrepreneurs, women professionals, women career builders. It's all about supporting women and acknowledging that we're here. Hey, we're here. We're here. And I can say, I'm going to say quite honestly, in my world, in the financial space, it is male dominated. So the first thing I realized when I became a financial coach is that people tend to think that, that financial security and that leadership and guidance is going to come from a man. But I'm here to tell you my license is the same as anybody else's, male or female. It doesn't matter. It's the same license. And my knowledge is my knowledge. And so I'm here to serve. And I have got, my share of male clients, but it is a male dominated space. And I'm here to crack that ceiling. I'm going to crack it. And I'm going to do
girl.
it nationally. I'm busting the doors open. It is my business. I do have referral partners. So I have in my team, and I want people to know that, oftentimes you see these iconic women, but they have teams. They have teams. And I have a team. So I have a tax advisor. I have a state attorney, a lawyer. I have everything. I have someone with a securities license, everything that we need to help you grow your income. And as Carol mentioned, wealth build, we do that as well. But I'm just here to say that what She Exists magazine is all about is about saying, acknowledging that women, we're here, and we want Carol and we want to make our mark, but more importantly, we want to help you make yours. Because we just, all we're doing is just laying the breadcrumbs. We want you to follow us. We want you to land on a cover. Now we'll say our next 2023, we're full because we plan ahead. But who knows, 2024 could open some doors. If you have a phenomenal story to tell, you might land on our cover. If not cover, a feature in the magazine. We love elevating, empowering, and supporting other women.
And that's what it's all about, because sometimes, like you said, women have teams, and it's important to know that we can't do it on our own. We need the support, and otherwise we're just gonna, kill ourselves in a way and completely dry out. So it's important to have this sisterhood. It's important to create platforms where women can actually be themselves and work together, because that's what is really working, and that's what is important. And I see that, I think that's it doesn't say on the screen, but that's Terence, Mr. Unstoppable. Thank you for watching and being with us. And I wanted to have your perspective as well, Carol, on that. Is what
Sure.
do you think this magazine is gonna bring in the future, and what are the changes that you foresee so far?
Well, thank you for the question. And really, I see my life, my lifestyle is a business, and business is my lifestyle. And I like the idea that you said about teaming, because I actually take a little different spin around that, because I consider teaming like Team Bettinger. It's all about maximizing and minimizing time, effort, aggravation, and money. So if that can come across to all women out there, you can do this. And it's all around how you move forward in your life, and how you take on new challenges and new opportunities, and how you embrace them. And if you really think about that concept team, yes, it's always about a team around you, but it's also about the team that you build in yourself. And until you have your own house in order, until you have your own team backing you, then you're going to really truly make a difference. So once you're able to take on and embrace that yourself, then you'll be able to absolutely help other people out there, and be able to, elevate them to the next level as well. I mean, you are only as good as around the people that you have around you, whether it's your family, your friends, your support system, your community. So it's all about, how do we make that a better environment for everyone? So I really feel like that if you can, take that extra time, take that extra step, and be the best version of yourself, that will come across. So I really feel like this magazine is providing me with that opportunity to do so, and to be able to be the best version of Team Bettinger.
Fantastic. And we have in the house, we have Sabita. Sabita, welcome. And she's talking about collaboration being the new currency, and go she exists. And Lady Janelle, yeah, we're going, no stop, no going back, definitely. And again, Mr. Unstoppable, lifestyle is my business, business is my lifestyle, from Carol, and that's a treatable. So we're gonna have a break again, and we will come back and continue this very exciting conversation. And for those joining us, we're talking about She Exists and She Exists magazine stepping up into the big and global market. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in a few minutes. back. We are back with Carol and Sabrina. And like I was mentioning before, we had this break. We're talking about She Exists magazine and how She Exists is not this magazine is now stepping up into the global market. So watch out. You might actually have it at at your doorstep. I'm gonna have mine pretty soon. So I presume that it's going to be the same for you. So just to
Mhm.
come back to our, conversation, just wanted to ask you both, what is the important thing that you want to do that you think that She Exists magazine can help you achieve? Something that you've not done yet, but you think that by being involved with She Exists magazine, it's going to give you the platform or the energy or the determination to do it and accomplish it. Sabrina, you want to start on this one?
Well, I'm going to surprise you. So here it is. I would like to do more international endeavors. So I think I'm going to come to Australia.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's going to be my next goal. And I hope that you'll work with me on that. But I would really like to do
Definitely.
that. I want to come and I want to speak, on the thing that I do best, which is empower the community financially, my experience. And I do know international. So, as a matter of fact, I have a book coming out. May I mention that? Uh,
Not here. I know about it, but you didn't mention it on the
okay,
Greatness
so let me
Engineering
mention
Award
it.
show yet.
I'll mention it because it has much to do with what I'm talking about. So, my book is called Hindsight to Insight: Money Between Family and Friends. And so, if you've ever touched money, loaned money, need more money, got burned by money, this is the book for you. Want to set up money for your kids? This is the book for you. And I actually mention other cultures and other countries and other currencies, and not knowing that I was going to go international, but I talk about the mindset of money in different cultures, and even the currency itself and the value of those currencies in those countries compared to the US. So I think I've kind of opened up the door for that a little bit because I talk about it in my book, and the book is going to go on pre-sale 1st of December, and we'll do a full launch in 2023. So I hope to get that over there internationally, because the same principles apply. As I mentioned, love is universal, money is universal, it's a universal language. So that is my hopes, is to do some international travel. And I'm going to start with Australia because I got a friend
Yes.
over here that'll help me do that. But I really like to do that.
Fantastic. So I will welcome you with open arms and make sure you do that. So thank you, Sabrina. What about you, Carol? Are you coming to Australia as well?
I would love to come to Australia. I'm assuming that's an open invitation.
Exactly.
What I'm hoping to do with the launch of this magazine, there are new opportunities that are coming to play as we're speaking right now. Actually, I just signed on to work a major opportunity in Hollywood, working under Truesdale Media. I'm not able to really get into that at this point in time, but the ink just dried on that project as of last night. So I'm very much looking forward to that. In addition, I want to leverage this platform and start doing some lifestyle events within certain communities and certain clubs, like the University Club here in Tampa or the Center Club. I also want to, part of my big mission with real estate is I give back to the communities, and I give back and focus on local Tampa Bay charities. So I really would like to use this platform to continue that endeavor as well. And this will give me to a broader reach and be able to help the charities within the Tampa Bay organization. There are so many people that need our help and need finances and need education. I really want to continue giving back to our Tampa Bay community. I'm born and raised here. I'm proud to be a Tampa native. So whatever I can do to help bring awareness to the people that really need it, that's really where I want to focus my attention to, as well as start helping other young women and women that are trying to break into professions. As Sabrina mentioned earlier, she works in a very male-dominated industry. So do I. So I would like to be able to leverage and use my skills that I've learned over the 20 plus years in being a VP of sales, help them to become the better them version of themselves and to make a difference into the workplace. So that's where I really, there's several, like I said, a lot of opportunities I'm working on. I'm very excited about it. So I'm definitely, this is going to be able to help me, pursue my endeavors and my future goals.
Super. And I, what I remember where the last time I had Janelle, she was saying that She Exists is a platform, it's a bridge. It's a bridge for women to be able to become the best version of themselves. So women might not stay in She Exists, but She Exists propel them. And that's what I sense, from what you're sharing, is that She Exists and She Exists magazine will actually create a bridge with, to get you to where you want to be and to get you to create value, not only for your community, but also for you, yourself. And that's the power of She Exists. So how do people connect with you? Because, there's so much to be learned from you, from what you're doing, and even from the dreams that you have. You share some of the things. So how do people connect with you to be able to be part of something, or just get more information about the work that you do?
The best way to reach me is through my LinkedIn profile page, Carol Bettinger. So that's where I check all my communication. That's the best way to reach me. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help any way, shape, or form. I'm very, happy to be part of this movement. So please, reach out to me and I'll do the best that I can to help you.
Fantastic. And what about you, Sabrina? I know you've been here before, but it's always good to remember, and to tell people again how they can connect with you. And especially now that you have a new book coming out, let us know how people can get this book and reach out to you.
Well, thank you so much. I keep it simple, sabrinaprotic.com. sabrinaprotic.com. That's my website. So pretty much I'm on social media under Sabrina Protic as well. The name of my book is also going to be where you can purchase it, which is Hindsight to Insight Book.com. Had to put the word book behind it. Hindsight to insightbook.com. Check that link around the 1st of December and you'll be able to purchase the book pre-sale. Make for great gifts. If you have people that keeps leaning on you and trying to borrow from you, or you don't want a loan anymore, give them that book. Let the book do the talking for you. If you want to teach somebody some money lessons, you have your own money stories, get that book. Let that book do the talking for you. Because I tell you, there's some stories in that book that's going to raise the hairs on the back of your neck. It's real, and they're real. So I encourage you to look out for that and make for a great read. And reach out to me. My email address is sabrina@sabrinaprotic.com. Drop me an email. Sabrina@sabrinaprotic.com. Drop me an email. I'd love to connect with you.
Fantastic. So I just hope that you all have a pen and paper and you've been able to write down whatever has been shared today. And I see that the lady herself is here, Janelle. This is amazing. Yes, look at what you've created, and it's just the beginning. So it's just amazing what's going on in She Exists right now. So we're gonna have a break and close out on the show. And just want to have your last word before we leave this platform, to the audience. So don't go anywhere. Just a few minutes, and we'll be back.
c'est madame en talent. Même si vous savez ça, ça fait la peine.
Elle est souffert, moi elle a souffert.
So we are back, as you could see from the commercial, and this is for my French audience. We are going to be back in January with Soyez Réel. So if you have any French, speaking person that will be interested, please shout out to them that there is a show coming in and it's going to be something. So thank you very much. So before we leave the platform, and it has been really, an amazing conversation just to know the two guests, Sabrina and Carol. They are amazing. They're doing some amazing things, in their community. And now they are stepping into the global market. So before we leave, just want them to let us know what is the message that they really want us to close out with today. Sabrina, please go ahead.
The message is She Exists is here. It is an international, it's a global magazine. You'll find it on news shelves near you, newsstands near you. And my message is believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, and financially. This is so important. And that's my message is stay on top of your financial future. It's the best gift you can give yourself. And also contribute to our communities. Donate where you can. If it does not always have to be money, it can be your resources, physical, food, whatever it is you can do, contribute and donate. And like Carol and I, we support each other. Support each other. That's the best thing you can do. Carol and I support each other. She's the best flip cover model ever. And I'm so happy that she graced the cover on the other side. There's no right side. It's her side, my side. Together, we're bringing a message to you of empowerment.
Fantastic, and I think we've lost Carol, but it's okay. We'll get you get her to we get you to read what Carol is saying in the magazine, and then you'll get to know her, and obviously there is also a contact. So make sure you connect with her on LinkedIn and get to hear about her story in more detail. She mentioned it a little bit today, but obviously in such a short time it's difficult to go in detail. So I just want to thank you again, Sabrina, and thank Carol for the time that they spent with us today. It was a real hour of greatness, and as usual, I always want to bring you the best. I always want to bring you people who are going to inspire you, people who are going to share a knowledge that will help you to step up, to step into your greatness and go to the next level of your greatness. And those ladies are exceptional. They've done it, and I encourage you to connect with them. There's a new book coming, as Sabrina was, mentioning. Make sure you get the book, because this lady with finance, it's just an amazing story between her and her finances. So thank you so much to the audience. Big T, Mr. Unstoppable, thank you. Janelle, we had Sabita as well, and some other silent viewers. So thank you very much. I will be back with another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show on Sunday, and we will be talking about an anthology which I'm part of. And so I'm going to have some of the co-authors with me. The book is called 30 Shining Stars of the World. And again, we're going to have some amazing people who have had amazing stories. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be inspired. So that's all for today. And I see that Carol is back, so she might be able to tell us, what is the message that you want to leave the audience with, Carol?
Hi, thank you about that. Once again, the joys of communications. That's why I'm in the communications industry, working with Truesdale companies as well as SignalWire. Hopefully we can make the world a better place with communications. Last and final, I guess, comment I would say is, don't look in the rearview mirror. Always look forward, put your best foot forward, be your own woman, be true to yourself, and just empower yourself, embrace yourself, and be the best possible you each and every single day.
Fantastic. So with that, we can finish, we can finish and go. For me, it's gonna be bedtime, but for you, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll stay connected anyway because I'm part of She Exists, and She Exists is supporting this show, and we are doing a great job. We've been on for 3.5 years, and we keep going. So thank you very much, Carol. It has been difficult, I think, with the internet, but
Yes.
we've been able to go through, and that's what it's all about, and that's what She Exists is all about. Despite the obstacle, despite everything that is happening, we always get through, and we always get to become the best version of ourselves. So thank you very much, and see you all on Sunday.
Thank you.